by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings.
Okay.
Let's see what the damage is.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was standing out in the fucking open in the road. Luckily, it's not a PvP server.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left.
Yeah, I did that once with one game and it just ran so shitty. I was like, no.
It's not terrible right now. Like I'm streaming it, and then I got it. I'm also streaming it to TikTok and everything else.
Oh, you're actually live streaming?
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing too. 76 is the only one you can play with friends, but then you're still like, you're like not playing with friends. It's weird. Everyone always just ends up doing different things.
Zach is the worst kind of person to play with in those kind of games. Even in Dead Side, like he would take off by, he just takes off by himself.
I just ran up to this guy and flipped him off. I get to build my own little base, and I don't have to worry about anything. Learn. It's funny because on these ones the bases just are all out in the open.
All the bases are all out in the open?
Mm-hmm. Nobody has nothing to worry about. And they're all just little single, single layer.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Oh, I forgot, like when you look down in this game, you don't even have legs.
Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties. Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered in the bighorn and drop. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking. All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog. House. Night. Bandit. Light. Mother. Okay, now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one, conflict just ain't in my nature. I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention. I'm slow to embrace new ideas. I charge in to deal with my problems head on. Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see. Okay. How about this one? Last one. Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you. Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head. All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out. Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway. Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the... I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave.
I know the stream quality looks better than...
Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get
what
killed
I'm putting
anymore.
out on my streams looks better than what I'm actually seeing. But it's cool. I remember playing this game a long time ago, and I got into a camp with these like Roman-looking soldiers, and I accidentally hit one of them, and I didn't save. I didn't have a recent save, so anytime I logged in, they were automatically shooting at me.
Oh, so it was just like a never-ending cycle.
Never-ending cycle of death, yes. Yes.
Yeah, that would have been annoying. I don't know what, you couldn't create a new game? Or you were just so far you don't feel like
oh yeah, I was so
over.
far along in it, yeah. I didn't,
Yeah, that killed it for you. I feel that. I remember, dude, I was excited to play Gears of War. Back in the day. And literally, like, the first section, like, literally, like right after, like, I guess a little tutorial and shit like that.
Yeah.
Spawned in. I literally walked around for, like, 30 minutes, just, like, in this building. And I could not figure out how to get out. And of course, I was just like, this game fucking sucks. And I never logged out, and I never played it again.
Yeah, like, whenever, oh, I know how it feels, man. Like, I was so, like, upset whenever they freaking killed, or, like, whenever they just kept killing me, and, like, I couldn't even run away fast enough.
Howdy. The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Word of
No.
was a prospector until
I
decided
anytime,
here
like one
to get
time I
away
almost
from
had
the
made it to the
NCR.
exit to get out of that camp.
No, we'll just take it easy.
And
help
like
out
I got
with the
killed. Like
Bronner
it was like
in
the
corner.
900th time, you know.
The machine, harmless, no matter what truth.
Yeah, that would have been sad.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places
these
around here,
graphics are just...
like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there.
Back in the day, we thought it looked so good, you know, like, damn, this looks good. I can't believe how realistic this looks.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
God damn it, man. I just fucking roll up to this like little barricade area and pause for a second to look at the
Sounds
map.
like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you.
AI was fucking
Meet me
standing
outside,
there.
behind the saloon.
God damn it, I just went so fucking far. Ugh.
That Doc Mitchell sure knows his stuff, doesn't he?
I'm back where I fucking started. Oh, God.
I've already got bad before, huh? I stole a gun.
They say he stole a gun and already got in trouble.
I didn't catch me.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple
I
of
don't
them.
know if I could do fall again. I'd have to wait for the newest one.
I know there's a way to go into first person. There it is. Sensitivity's way high.
Yeah.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight.
Oh, okay, L1.
Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Oh, shit. There it is. Oh, good. Oh, there's no sprint in this game either. Yeah, like your max speed is just it is what it is.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little... Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give him hell. See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
The shoot buttons in this game is L1 is aim, R1 is trigger.
What?
Yeah.
I need to go into the settings and change that. I couldn't do that.
Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty. Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? All right then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
I'll let my dog
Howdy.
out.
Did you pull up the stream?
Can I pull up the stream when I have the hotspot going?
Oh yeah. So I was just gonna have you look at the graphics.
I can. Is it on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh. Put it on so. Yeah, dude, that looks ancient, and then the gun sound even sound like real old too. That's crazy.
Not as bad as the stream picture looks better. I wish I could like make the screen bigger and just look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, let me look at that real quick. Let me see what's the option.
Yeah, that shot. That was funny.
What's bad is, like, it'd probably just be easier to play this game if I just bought a disc of it, you know, and played it.
Yeah.
But I bet you can't even find a Discord now. If you can, they're probably kind of expensive.
Probably gotta go online and buy it.
Yeah, this game came out for the PlayStation 3.
Oh. Last thing I remember playing on PlayStation 3 was GTA.
They just put Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on Netflix.
Or you can play it on there?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed Hulu had like a thing to play games, and I was like, what? They're weird.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right, now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try. Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi. Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good, and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Sure, what do you want to know? Southeast of here is Prim, can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot. Around here, the geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nasty... Stick to the roads when you can. The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice. Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too. Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR... If you want to know anything else, just ask. Until next time.
done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got. What do you want? Yeah.
Evening. Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. All right. If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up. Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas? I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before. It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Fine by me. Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The trader... most tra... There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something. The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin. Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory. He's a convict. Don't know why. Got a special discount for you after what you done for us. Be careful out there.
Way too many strangers coming into town these days. No offense.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play? Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, I was thinking of myself, actually. Who's gonna watch my back while I'm watching yours? Start with Sunny Smiles. She's...
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Say no more. I'm in. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friend. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great. A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help. I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him. Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two. I'll be waiting.
Hello. So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right. I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock. Be careful out there.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty good, nobody.
Howdy. Too dangerous. Wanna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way. Too dangerous. Sorry. Blow yourself up. Blow your neighbor up. Blow the whole town up. bad trouble.
Nobody. It's a pretty good game. I'm only about, I don't know, 45 minutes into it.
Welcome. Told you. Nah. Means I poked through old buildings looking. Way I see it, salvage. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run. Don't get me wrong. The NCR towns like Goodsprings and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
Yeah, nobody. I played Fallout 4 and beat it not too long ago, so I figured I'd just work my way back.
There's sleep. The damn powers. Me. Yup.
I gotta get that guy's dynamite. Easy Pete.
Howdy. You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
I just stream for fun. Lately it's been 2K. Before that, Rust, Fallout 4, Warzone.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the Powder Gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about. Look, you're bringing this on yourselves. There's no way I'm getting involved. But hey, I'm sure you can buy what you need.
I should have taken my speech up a little bit.
If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. Don't mistake that for coward talk, though.
Yeah.
We're a town of survivors. We'll fight. It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your... This again? Like I said, I'm against taking on the Powder Gangers. My supplies are... Right. Just keep me out of it. Take it easy now. Thief!
Dude just caught me stealing.
That Doc Mitchell sure knows his stuff, doesn't he?
That's when I need to talk to you, Doc Mitchell. I appreciate it.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
He's still in the cat. That guy was being a douche. So I just, you know, whatever. He's like, I didn't shoot him.
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare. Well, I already told you I came from a vault. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Most folks out here ain't educated, so people. I found that I could help a lot of people with what I knew, and that was all right with me. Eventually, I went back and married my childhood sweetheart, and that was the end of my traveling day. You take care now.
Go fishing.
Have you played all the games? Nobody?
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us? Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do. All right, I'm ready. I hope.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play. At least 6, Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean. I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
Yeah, I really liked Fallout 4, and then I wish they would remaster all of them. They'd be a little bit easier to play, but it's not terrible.
Howdy.
Shit. I don't know if we got him or not. Oh. There we go, that's better. How many times? Vilified by the powder gangers.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things. I'll stick around for a bit longer, but I'll be gone in a few days. If you ever visit New Vegas, look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp.
Alright, that wasn't too bad.
Evening.
I'm glad that business is over. I like it when Good Springs is nice and quiet. Be careful out there.
That'll teach the powder gangs to avoid Good Springs in the future. Until next time.
Howdy.
That ought to keep things settled for a while. Hope it stays that way. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Wasteland critters like to move in when Sonny's not looking, so watch out.
Yeah, nobody. I'm probably about to call it a night right there. It seems like a good stopping point. But I stream them on TikTok here and TTV as well. So if you ever see me live, just hop on.
That was a hell of a fight. Let's hope it doesn't bite us in the ass later on. The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of... The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up north. Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the... Word of advice. Behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the Strip.
I don't know if I have any on my YouTube posted yet, but it's just Maverick Gaming on all platforms.
They're tough sons of... I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's gotta be a good thing, right?
Hey, no problem. I'll be back on tomorrow too, so you can find me here or on any of the other platforms under Maverick Gaming.
Take it easy now.